3 years ago, the Rocky Mountain Roller Derby created a DE&I committee to make their organization a more equitable and accessible community. In this week's Fair Game, we meet a family that made the Roller Dome their home and the inclusive team they've helped to build inside of it.
One thing that we like to say is that Derby is for everybody. It's not for just one body type. And our mission is really to empower women and gender expansive people through athleticism, community, and inclusivity.
Nothing proves this mission more than the family of skaters at Rocky Mountain Roller Derby. Longtime Derby athlete Sybil War encouraged her two trans non-binary kids, Centurion and Showtime, to join this inclusive space.
They were 8 years old and 13 years old when I started them in roller derby, and I found that it was a real great way to equalize power, especially in a BIPOC family where we really kind of came with a lot of traumas, a lot of stigmas against women being in sports, women doing sports that were, full contact.
But Centurion sure didn't mind the full contact nature of Derby.
Slow it down, White, slow it down!
The physical aspect of the sport not only was alluring, but the gladiatorness of it. Like, there was a persona you got to choose. My mom was someone completely different on the track, and so was my sibling.
Both of my kiddos on the track.
Because how many kids get to say, like, yeah, I beat up my mom on the track? Like,
What? It's okay. You might be real frustrated at your mom today. I might have said some really crappy things to you, and you deserve to get out on that track and be able to meet your mom at the same level.
While they may push and shove on the track, the Rocky Mountain Roller Derby truly embraces each other for their individuality. Sybil War was relieved to raise her children in this rink.
I didn't know back then, when my kids were 8 and 13, that it was going to really impact their lives. And that then we were in a community where they could express the real selves. And then my kids decided to go ahead and come out as they were and have a community that already responded to them and knew how to support them.
and so having a community that was not only forgiving for how I went through the changes, but also I knew that they wouldn't care, if that makes any sense. Like, it didn't matter. There was people who looked like me who played this sport, and whenever I got onto the track, I got to be the person I wanted to be. And so I got to be Centurion, and that's who I want to be. I want to aspire to be like that in every day of my life.
Rocky, Rocky, Rocky!
Ooh, super cool that it runs in their family. Sybil War, as she likes to be called. She survived a civil war in El Salvador. And when she came over to the United States, she joined roller derby, and then her two kids now follow in her footsteps. But the Rocky Mountain Roller Derby, they're having their Pride event this Saturday night, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.